Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today you're going to be doing this class trait survey. I'm going to put some of this information in there with it as well so you can read through it. But you are going to be making these observations on yourself. You can ask your family members as well, but the information I want you to report is whether you have these traits or not. So if you look down here, these are the traits we are going to be looking at, and I have some pictures. Just some are similar to the ones that are in the survey itself, but I just wanted to make sure I explained a little bit more in case you're not sure. And I'm going to move away from this table, so I may not do it in the right order as it is on the table, but just to explain a little bit further what these mean so you get it right. So let me close this down and go to my... So here I have all the traits, and I'm going to start with just down the line here, hair on fingers. So, yep, there's a gene that determines whether you have hair on your fingers right there on between your knuckle and your first joint on your finger. And I mean, you may have not even noticed whether you have a hair there or not. But yeah, there's a gene for that. So you're going to decide whether just yes or no. And again, there is no right or wrong. There is no this is male or female trait. No, it's just whether you have the gene or not. The next one I'm going to look at, just going down the line here, is whether you have a cleft chin or not. Sometimes every year the kids yell out a butt chin, like Peter from Family Guy or whatever. So some people have a little cleft, meaning the little line. Some people have a little dimple there. Either way, it's either a cleft chin or you have a smooth chin. So you're going to tell me that on your survey. Let me go back to the next one, and it's whether you have dimples or not. So this is probably the one where more kids try to convince me they have dimples and they really don't. Okay? So you know if you have dimples or not. It's not that suddenly in 7th grade you discovered them. So you're going to tell me whether you have dimples or not. All right? The next one is earlobes. I think this is the first one on the list. So in earlobes, we're looking to see whether sorry, I'm moving so much, whether your earlobes are detached or they're free, or attached or they're free. So these here are attached. You can see the skin of the ear kind of goes right into the skin of the side of the face. But here we see how it hangs off just a little bit right there. Okay, so if you're not sure, have somebody in your family look at the pictures and help you determine which one you have. Okay, again, neither of them are right or wrong. It's just the way you were made. That's what the instructions said. That's what you got. No, don't save it. The next one is whether you have curly hair or not. Okay, so I know some of y'all are going to say, well, mine is wavy. You're going to have to just pick one. And the reason is that really hair texture is usually a blend. But, by now you've either told yourself like, oh, I have curly hair or I have straight hair. Pick one. Pick one and you're fine. The next one on here is whether you can fold your tongue like this, a taco tongue we sometimes call it. Some people cannot do this, okay? And so just today I was reading an article that said this may not be genetic after all. We've always known it to be. It's on our survey, so we're leaving it on our survey. Can you roll your tongue like this or not? I know some of you can like double roll it, like fold it over and then do like a clover at the end or something. I can do that. But can you do a taco tongue or not? And I think it's always so funny when the people who can't do it try. The next one is, do you have a widow's peak or not? So the widow's peak is just right there, where the hairline comes down. Even this pen. Oh, did I give her? Oh, I gave her a big black eyebrow. Anyway, the widow's peak is where it comes to a point. Just pull your hair back away from your face and see if you have that point there. Some people are pretty prominent, but yeah, now I gave this Kardashian chick a big black eyebrow too. Alrighty, and let me see the next one. No, don't save her big black eyebrow. Is freckles. Do you have freckles or not? And believe it or not, I have freckles. I've had them since I was a kid. So you don't have to be like a real white person to have freckles. So you tell me, do you have freckles or not? Again, it's not right or wrong. It just is. It's just your genes. The next one is, oops, I opened the wrong thing. The next thing is whether you are left-handed or, no, it won't open, sorry. Good, we don't need a picture for this. Whether you are right-handed or whether you are left-handed. And here's my little symbol, but it didn't want to open. Whether you're right-handed or left-handed. You're gonna write that down. And then the last one on my list is what they call hitchhiker's thumb. Okay, notice that there at the very end, at the last joint, some people can bend that back. Some people can really bend it back, or you can't. Your thumb, the joint just won't let you, make it go any further back. So that hitchhiker's thumb, you can fold it back, or you have a regular thumb. Again, one is not right, one is not wrong. They're just the way you're made, the genes that you got. So I think that covers all of the choices that are on the trait survey. Here's let me make sure. Dimples, yep, I think I got them all. I'm gonna go back to the trait survey. So you're gonna fill this out. Usually we would do it like this on paper and stuff, but earlobes, whether they're free or attached, whether the hair is present on your fingers or not, whether you have a widow's peak or not, if you have curly or straight hair, and it says there's one more gene, there's more than one gene that determines the texture of your hair. The gene for your chin, there's only one gene, whether you have a cleft or a dimple. Your smile dimples. If you're a tongue roller or non-roller, hitchhikers, handedness, whether you're left or right, and freckles. Alrighty? So fill that out, and then on Monday, I will give you the results of our class. Even our classmates that we don't get to see because they're on the other side of the computer. But great. I also want to remind you to please go into the strawberry DNA lab and redo it. I made a mistake on the answers. Some of y'all were very upset about your grades, and I can understand why. And it won't let me just fix it. I had to redo the whole test. So just use your notes from Thursday and go ahead and go in and retake that test. I gave you still 2 chances to do it. I think I changed out maybe 1 or 2 questions, but other than that, you should do just fine. Alrighty, guys. Have a good weekend. I will see you on Monday.